Well, hello there, my precious petals and lovely leaves. Welcome to a very different video. I feel like recently my content has been a little chaotic, but you know what? It's fine, because you know what day it is today if you're watching on the day this thing came out? It is my birthday. So I wanted to make a very specific video that no one asked for, but it's my day and I do what I want. Today, we will be reviewing, you'll see, my plant babies. Yes, I became a plant mom somewhere in the quarantine time. I don't know, it just kind of happened. You start out with one plant and next thing you know you have 15 indoor plants with plans of getting more. It's a little out of control, but I enjoy it very much. So I won't be sharing all 15, that's a little extra. Just kind of the highlights, the ones that are currently looking pretty good. I have some dormant ones, you don't need to see that, you know what I mean? So yeah, you ready to get started and see my precious little babies? Let's do it! So, first plant to the stage is my oldest plant. I want to say she's 10 years old. She was a gift, it's a re-gift. It was not a gift. My mom didn't want this plant, she got it from work and she gave it to me. And this started my plant interest, let's say, many years ago. This is the first plant that I was like, this is my little friend, I'm gonna take care of her. And I named her and it's been a good time. Bam! Beautiful. Oh god, this is hard to show. There we go, like this. Beautiful, yes. I recently repotted her. She had a terracotta pot with her name that I did, but now I wanted to give her a little bit bigger of a space, and she has grown into it pretty well. She is a Croton mammy. I am like 95% sure. She didn't come with a tag, but I looked it up online, and I'm pretty sure that's what she is. She's pretty easy to take care of. She's happy right now because I've been good to her, but if I get neglectful, she will let you know. She's very dramatic. Her leaves will go down very sad, and she'd be like, why are you not paying attention to me and feeding me water and stuff? Yes. So I take care of her. She's so cute. Yes. She's a serious type, but is artistic, creative. Probably would be tall with red hair and freckles if she was a human. I don't know if I think about all my plants as humans, but somehow Natalie and I, we've been through a lot. I think of her as kind of like a person, maybe. OCs for plants. It's not really like I do that per se, but I don't know. Something about Natalie, it's like, I can picture that. Yeah. First child, Natalie, gets a diligent out of 10 for hanging in there for so long, letting me make some mistakes and being around with me for so many years. We're good friends. It's so wonderful. Next one, I actually grew from a seed. This was one of the first ones I ever successfully grew from a seed that I got at Target for 99 cents. Bam! You can even see her little name tag, because... yeah, what the heck? Actually, Natalie's the only one who doesn't have a name tag. Oops. It's fine. Here's Aerith. She's got pretty tall, huh? She has no flowers right now. It's a little anticlimactic, but okay, it said Minnie Rose, and at first when it was growing and it came out these like daisy-looking flowers, I was like, this is a lie. But obviously, like the body of it, you can see it is a rose. But the flowers don't look rose-like. I think it's because she's still pretty tiny and she's mini. It looks like little daisies kind of, but she's been doing really well. She's, yeah, I'm very proud of her growth. So, she's cute. And if you are like, I don't know, what's it called? Like Aerith hater, and you're like, where's Tifa? I don't currently have a Tifa plant. Sometimes you just look and you know. So far, no Tifa. But we do not play we do not hate in this household, okay? If you ship, that's one thing. But don't be hating on my girls, because I love them all very much, especially Jessie. Jessie grew on me very much during the remake. Anyway, pretty Aerith, despite not having any flowers in bloom right now, gets a folding chair out of 10, because just like the scene with the folding chair in Final Fantasy Remake, she looks cute and dainty and unassuming until you mess with her, and then she will poke you with her little thorns, or slam you with a folding chair. Yes. Another plant that I got at the exact same time in the same 99-cent bargain bin from Seed is Linfa, looking a little bit burnt. Don't look at that part. I had to move her. She was getting a little sun-scorched in her. She actually looks kind of funky right now. She don't judge her appearance, okay? Linfa is supposed to be a Chinese forget-me-not, but has never flowered in the entire time I've had her. She is very, very hardy. I planted her in a tiny planter that was supposed to be like the self-watering thing. It wasn't, it was so bad. Basically, like, the soil never got dry, so she grew mold, and I was like flipping out, like, that's it, she's dead. Because she was not, like, she was just like baby sprouts all over the place, and then there was like this white mold at the bottom. I was like not happy, so I took her out and I cleaned the mold off and I replanted her in something smaller, obviously. And I thought, that's it, she's dead, she's not coming back from this. But she survived, she's pretty hardy. I feel like I've made many a mistake with Linfa, but she doesn't hold it against me, which I appreciate. Yeah, I wonder if she'll ever bloom. I don't know, but I'm happy the way she looks. She looks pretty cute, but yeah, she's. I think it's just because I put her by the window and the window gets too hot and then she gets kind of like burnt edges and stuff. But you know, she always springs back. She's also very dramatic. If you don't water her, sometimes in the morning I'll wake up and she's just like so limp, like the limpest spaghetti. And then you water her and like 5 minutes later she's like bang, back, lively, loving it. She's very cute. Yes. Linfa gets a sturdy out of 10 for being a very good plant for kind of like, I don't know, baby's first growing experiments and goofing and learning and growing. Teacher out of 10. I like that. Both. You know, she gets both. It's fine. And in a similar vein of having difficulties as a seedling, I wasn't going to show her, but I decided I'll show her since I showed Linfa. This is Shellfi. I didn't make a name tag for her yet. I grew her from seeds. She's just it just says forget-me-not. I don't know. I'm assuming a Western or American one. I don't know. The seeds were like super old. They were like a couple years past the expiration, but it still managed to grow. I put it in a really small container, and then she like ballooned out and got a lot bigger, but then I couldn't get her out of the tiny one that I had, so she got really like stressed and pressed, and when I replanted her in this, I thought it was, and a lot of like bits of her did not survive, but I think she's looking pretty good. I'm happy that she's still existing, and her leaves are so cute. You see that? They're so like round and cute. She's so cute and fuzzy. I love her. Shellfi gets a resilient out of 10 for still growing even after a kind of traumatic replant. And look how cute. She's so cute. I love her leaves so much. She's so cute. So cute! Next up, I think, is the official first plant that I got during pandemic time. Or, yeah. This is Hana. See, I drew on I painted. I try to paint on most of them, but they tend to outgrow it pretty fast. But yeah, Hana-chan. I'm pretty sure she's a begonia. I don't have her tag. I don't know what happened. I think I used to have it, and I don't know what happened to it. Anyway, she's gonna bloom soon, but unfortunately for this video, she has not yet bloomed. But this is me being a bad plant mom and not understanding how things worked. And anyway, I named her Hana after Kimura Hana, rest in peace. I won't get into that whole situation, but Kimura Hana's death really upset me very much. I was a fan of hers, so I thought I would get a plant in order to cope, kind of, I guess you could say. And taking care of her was nice. I may have dropped her when I was cleaning. I was very, very upset, and half of her died. She was bigger. She had like a big chunk like here. And that half like really like was like not coming back. I was so upset. I'm like, I killed this plant just because I was so klutz and dropped her. And of course it dropped like roots up, because of course it did. Dirt was everywhere. It was such a mess. And I thought this side was not going to come back, but she's been doing really, really well. I got her around the time that Kimura Hana died, so like about a year ago from now, roughly. And yeah, she's been kicking it. I dropped her a couple months after I got her, so yeah, she's been doing well. I'm very proud of her, and I love the way her leaves look. I think they're so cute. I like little scalloped edges. They're very nice. Yes. Hana gets the wonderful ranking of cheerful out of 10 for being so happy, excited to grow, and not holding it against me that I dropped part of her. Next up is a plant that I planted the same time as Shellfi from seeds, expired seeds, and it seemed to work out. I did the whole bag. and only 2 took off. So I think it was expired, but hey, you know, whatever, something worked. Bam! Cute, the petals. They're cute, look at cute. I love the leaves on this one too. I guess I'm a sucker for the scalloped leaves. I just think they're so cute. This leaf is so pretty. Anyway, this is Jade, and the small one is Sage. But I feel like a big idiot because it's a salvia plant. But salvia flower plant is in the sage category, so I named it Sage, but that's like naming your corgi dog, I guess. But, you know, whatever, it's fine. Don't think about it too much. So Jade and Sage get a ranking of tall out of 10 because they're very determined to grow. Well, Sage is a little slower, but Sage is fighting for space. I think I should replant Sage maybe. Don't worry about it. Jade is very, very tall. Every day gets taller and taller. So tall out of 10. Very cute. Very adorable leaves. Yes. This next one, she's not looking super good. It's because she's past her flowering window, but I left the flowers on because I want to give you some idea of what she looked like. Miss Ava. I really like her. She is a Persian violet. I'm like almost positive, again, no tags. My grocery store, I guess they just sell plants and they're like, good luck! They don't usually have any label on them, which is a little stressful, but you know, Google works wonders. I like that her leaves are like ivy, you know, like the way that they look is so pretty. She's very, you have to be really careful with sun in her. She's getting a little bit of sun scorch too, I think. But I try to keep her in indirect sun. But you see, her flowers are interesting because they like, it's not because they're like dead. I mean, they are, but they go down. They curve downward like this. I wasn't sure if it was just because she was suffering in the grocery store, but that's how they actually look. I think it's very cute. It's in the snowdrop family, like that broader one. I don't know the name. I'm like almost positive at least. It's cute. She's cute. If she was a person, she would be very shy. She would be the type to be in the library a lot reading. And then if you said, hey, Ava, it's nice to meet you, she would run away like kind of a skittish cat. Yes, I can see it. You see it, I see it. You see it, I see it. So Ava, I think, will get a shy out of 10. She likes to be not in the sun. I have a little like cart. I have a rolling cart, which I will not show you. It's like a small one for, I don't know, not plants, but I made it a plant mobile, and I like put this fabric down over the front side so it blocks like direct sunlight, but I think she's still getting a little too much sun. I think it's because one part isn't covered and that's the part that burned this leaf, but yes. Precious Ava. Shy, cute Ava. Next up is a recent gift from my friend, Noel. Look at poor Noel's leaf. I was very mad at this. Some bug took a little sneaky snack of poor Noel. Noel is a philodendron living in water. This is part of my friend's plant that she cut off and gave me this. She's been doing pretty well. Her name is Noel because it was a Christmas gift. Yes, she's been growing and doing. This is the only. I've never grown anything in water. Just it feels weird. There's no dirt. But since this is how she was given to me, I don't want to like switch it up on her. I think that would be because they can grow in water and dirt. It doesn't matter, but I heard switching it up can be kind of traumatic for them. So we're gonna leave her in water. I might put her in something else eventually when she gets bigger, but philodendrons are so cute. I like their little leaves. Very simple. Very cute. Noel gets a friendship out of 10. Yes. Because the power of friendship lets you give parts of plants to other people and they grow. That's something I think is really cool about plants, is you can just be like, you can't just lob it off wherever. But you can like take one full plant that its own existence, take part of it off, and then it can grow into another thing. That's, I don't know, it's really cool. I like that, yes. Next up, I planted these last fall. The name tag fell off and I left it. It's fine. You don't need the name tag. These are 3 iris bulbs. That took a long time. They only started like sprouting now because I think it's more of like the season now for them. I think I screwed up and I didn't put them in the place they needed to be, but don't worry about it. It's fine. This one, the small one, Aya. This one, Emma. And this tall one is Maya. And all 3. I wasn't sure if all 3 would take off, but yeah. I have a lot of bulb plants, perennial ones. or I think, yeah, perennial ones. I have some outside, which you don't need to see, but I don't know, I'm a fan of these. I like that they go dormant, you don't have to worry about them as much, and then it's like, oh, it's their season, it's time to shine! And then when they like sprout up again, or they start blooming again, or they grow leaves again, it's very fulfilling. I got these at Lowe's, I think. Yes, I love irises. I hope I can get them to bloom. We'll see. They're not gonna bloom for a bit, they still have ways to grow, but yes, very excited. And these three get a rating of sisters out of 10 because they can grow together in one little pot. I don't know. I don't think, we'll see how they grow. If they start getting really big, I might separate them, but I kind of like them being in one. But I think it would be a little stupid to get a giant pot and then just put like 3 of them in each corner. But I don't know. I want them to be together. That's how they roll. It's cute, you know? I know it's wrong to have favorite plant bibbies, but this is one of my favorites, I will say. I'm not even ashamed about it. This is Frisk. Frisk is my only non-female plant. They are very cute. And you know why I named them Frisk? It's very obvious. It's very, very simple. You'll see. You see the leaves? Do you see these leaves? Yes. They have stripes on them. You can kind of see. Yeah, you see it. You see? Stripes. So stripes means a kid, so yeah, it's a Frisk. So yes, Frisk and I, we have a good relationship. While all of my plants pretty much stay in their zones for the most part, I move them a little bit, but they have their like window zones of where they need to be for their sunlight. Frisk moves around with me. Frisk is my little buddy. Frisk is my writing partner, for sure. Sometimes when I'm writing, I will get distracted, and I always bring Frisk in when I'm gonna write, and Frisk will look at me like, I see you slacking off. I see you wanting to go on Twitter. Don't you do that. I'm like, yeah, Frisk, you're right. And I focus. So, yes. Frisk is so cute. Frisk is a rubber tree, and I've seen people's rubber trees online get really, really big. So I'm looking forward to a long, healthy relationship between us. I hope that Frisk gets so big that they like, well, actually that would be not so great, but I want them to be like ceiling height. I want this rubber tree to grow so strong and majestic. Frisk, I know you can do it. I'm very excited about our future together. But yes, I love them so much. They're so cute. Frisk gets a determination out of 10. Because of course, a faithful friend until the end out of 10. And finally, last but certainly not least, one of my definite favorites, my precious child, Eden! Can I show? Yeah, there we go. Oh god, it's so heavy. Eden! Eden is very big. Eden I got from Trader Joe's. Eden kind of started the whole thing, so she's pretty old. Maybe she's a little out of control, as you can see. It's because I'm going to repot her soon. I didn't want to, it said not to repot her until springtime comes, so I can repot her now. She's very heavy and she's out of control. I let her kind of grow out of control. But her leaves are very, very cute. She's a monstera, if you can't tell. I feel like a lot of people know this plant because it's very like aesthetically pleasing and popular with the youths right now. Yeah, I feel like some of you, if you know plants, are gonna judge me for letting her just do whatever she wants. I feel like a parent, too lax of a parent. Oh god, here, let me show you. The nubblies. You see these little nubblies? You can kind of see. Yeah, these little nubblies. They can kind of grow into their own things if I let her do that. There's another one here. She needs some more support. She needs to be lifted like up. So when I replant her, that's what we gonna do. But she's my pride and joy. I love her very much. I live in a not very humid place, so upkeep, I try to spritz her a lot so that the humidity isn't so dry for her. She's relatively easy to take care of. I haven't had too many problems with her, aside from the fact that she will balloon out. She's grown less over the winter, but like during the summer in particular, she went from like having 3 leaves to like 450. It was insane. It's just, she got so big so fast. But yeah, I love her, and I'm looking forward to her getting bigger, but just maybe bigger upward instead of outward, you know what I'm saying? I think it's obvious, this one. Eden, you get a growth out of 10. You love to grow. You're excited to be alive. You're excited to see what comes next, and you just like to explore your surroundings. You really like to stretch out your leaves, see what's out there. I love her. She's so good. She's so good and so special to me. And yeah. So yeah, that about does it for my little plant review. I hope you enjoyed. I sure had fun showing off my babies. Tell me which one was your favorite. I want to know. I feel like these kind of things are all very subjective, you know? Some people will think all plants are ugly, or like certain ones are cuter than others, but it's always interesting to see who likes what. I feel like Monstera are probably very like widely across the board seen as very aesthetically pleasing, but maybe like Natalie isn't. My mom thought Natalie was so ugly that she didn't even want her in the house, and I think Natalie's very cute, so you know, it all depends on how you see stuff. Yes. And I hope if you were thinking about getting a plant that this maybe, I don't know, made you feel like, oh, I should, yeah. Melty has so many. Maybe I'm enabling you to become a plant mom too. I'm okay with that, you know, I'm okay with that. I think it also depends, like, you'll have different plants depending on where you live. Because, like, I'm in California, so sunshine is all the time, basically. And if anything, the sunlight is too bright and it burns my plants a little bit. But, like, if you live somewhere else where it's snowing all the time, or it's like, I don't know, sun doesn't come out because it's raining most days out of the year, you're gonna have very different plants and very different plant experiences, I think. Yeah. Yes. But I don't know. It was fun to show it off, and it's been really fulfilling and keeps me company. I think that during the pandemic, it's easy to get lonely. You're just at home, you know, and they've kept me company, and it's been a fun time to take care of another living thing. Nah. I wake up in the morning, do my morning routine is like I immediately wake up and I like take care of my plants, feed them breakfast, and then usually like I grab Frisk and we go on our day together. So yeah. So until I see whatever I see you in the next round, be kind to others, especially yourself. Take care and I'll see you later. Okay, bye bye!